Am I the a-hole for not allowing someone to use a nickname I hate? Backstory: when I 34F was a child, my parents started using a nickname variant for me, Lissy versus Alyssa. I have been expressing open distaste for this since I was 15, but I let my family continue using it for a while because they're family, until about 5 years ago when I started actively and consistently correcting them. I deeply despise this nickname as it feels patronizing as an adult, and they all know that. Cut to last night. I went over to my parents' 62MF house to have dinner with them and my brother, Toby 32M, for my birthday. Yesterday was a tough mental health day for me, and I said as much when I got there. We started discussing plans for Christmas as my parents will be traveling to visit other families. As we're finishing up dinner and discussing possible alternatives, my mother starts, "Toby, you and Lissy can," and I interject with, "Alyssa." It's at this point, my mother slams her hands on the table, says, "You know what? Christmas," and storms off to her room. My father finishes clearing the table, and I very calmly say to Toby that I've been complaining about this for years, and I'm done being polite about it. He tells me he doesn't want to get involved. I spend the next few hours watching TV with my dad as my mom stays in her room. She doesn't even come out for birthday cake. When I go to leave, my dad tries to insist I go talk to her. I told him the same thing I told my brother, and pointed out that you wouldn't dead name a trans person or use the wrong pronouns for Toby's NB partner. This isn't okay either, and I'm allowed to be upset. He starts in on me about how I need to cut her some slack because I don't understand how much pain she's in all the time she has autoimmune or chronic pain, or how tired she is because she's not sleeping. I also have chronic pain and insomnia, and said as much, and pointed out that if any one of her children behaved the same way, it wouldn't be okay. He continues to insist that I should go talk to her, implying that I'm in the wrong because my correction sounded snotty. I said flat out that we'd talk eventually, but I just wanted some space to process my feelings before talking. That's how I've always been. So she slipped. When was the last time she slipped? This past Sunday, and I said nothing about it. She corrects herself with other people and corrects them. Yes, but she never corrects herself in front of me, and that hurts me. He tells me to do whatever I want. Through this, Toby has re-entered the conversation. Just before I walk out, he says, "Alyssa, stop looking for reasons to hate mom." I've never felt white-hot rage flare through me like that, but I held back from cursing him out and just left. So am I the a-hole here for holding a boundary and wanting to cool off before talking to my mother about this?
Here are the top comments.
I don't see how chronic pain makes it more difficult to pronounce your name correctly. Your name, perfectly reasonable to expect everyone to use it. Your correction was very low-key. Like you, I had a childhood name which, thankfully, I didn't have much trouble shedding as an adult. Definitely not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole. If your mom wanted you called Lissy, why didn't she name you that instead of Alyssa? Everyone has a right to be addressed correctly by their name, not a nickname.